Hi guys, Damien Newton again. Just want to talk to you today about a kit I'm about to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a few work in progress videos on this, and this one is going to be Hellboy from Narin. So my plan is, to get myself a better recording equipment, set myself a camera up, so you can watch me paint this up, as I do it. So if you, buy yourself one or whatever, you can pick up hints and tips or anything that I can, anything you like about the one I'm doing, you can obviously copy. So just to talk about the kit a little bit, really. Incredible kit, absolutely incredible. The level of detail is unbelievable. I mean, he has done a phenomenal job on this. I mean, just look at the kind of things that are on his belts there. It's obviously straps going round, different texture to here, so be able to do some contrast work there. And the boots are just gorgeous. I wish I owned a pair of those in real life. Man, they are cool. Look at the chunkiness of the straps, all the strap work at the back, picking out each of the layers. I've no idea how this guy does it. I'm sure they must be 3D printed and then taking the casts from it. So just to talk to you about what I've already done here. So the feet, the boots rather, were separate to the legs. So what I've done is drill down into, there's a key there to sit in. I was going to magnetize, and then I thought, well, what's the point? I'm never going to separate the boots and the legs. So drill down into the boot and up into here, and then just using brass rod and a 5-minute epoxy setting agent in there. So poured the mix that together. Once it started to once it was at the right consistency, put it into the hole there and poured it into that hole. Got a correct size piece of the brass rod, put that into there, set them together, then using the clamps, held them in place overnight just so it could set. It seems to have worked really well, really nice. So in here is where the main torso sits, so I did think about magnetising that also. I could put a couple of magnets in there, but I think I'm just go with pinning that in place as well. I won't pin that up until much closer to finishing the model. The arm here, again, did the same thing. Drilled up into here, down into there, 5-minute epoxy, brass rod in there again, and just using a clamp held it in place overnight. Some obvious work that will need doing, some putty work around here, but nothing really. I mean, the statue has got very little clean-up required. Obviously I've given it a good wash and an alcohol rub. I'll go round just with a tool and pick out just any kind of little inconsistencies I can see. I will just sort out with a modelling tool. So one there within the crease, a little air bubble or something, so I'll just pop that out. But yeah, the sculpt is incredible. There's no seam marks on it or anything. Just sits. It's almost ready to paint from the box. I know a lot of people say that type of stuff, and I've yet to ever see a model do it, but just showing you there. And then where's the head? The head back here, so I'll drill into here, make a few holes for the modelling putty to really hold that in place, give it something extra special to key into. But the detail on the face there, I mean, look at this just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure if it's pure resin that he's used. While I was drilling it, it made me get, the smell was making me think of auto body repair shops. So I'm sure there's some kind of fiberglass in there also. Little keys in the head there for the whichever shape horns to go in there. So just bear with me, guys. Camera's going to go dizzy for a second whilst I see if I can do this with one hand. Is it just going to balance? Is it going to balance? No, not quite. Anyway, you get the sense of a horn there, and there's also a a shortened version of the horn if you want it more comic book like. I've actually seen a video of a guy do one of these online, Matt's Models or something, Matt's Models and Customs, and he put an incredible kind of car shine onto this red, and then this really gloss effect on there, which I think I'm going to copy. So thanks to him for letting me steal that idea. Hopefully he lets me. But it just gave it a sense of these were red hot, and looking great. Fist of Doom there, looking great again. Can't say enough about the sculpt. Really, really happy with that. I think the whole thing's just gorgeous. Stands pretty tall. I think it's probably about somewhere around 18 inches tall. So no, it'll be higher than that, I guess, with the horns in. Has a tail there. It just sits nicely in the back there. Hands wise, so we've got his classic gun there, and again, look at the detail on that gun. So good, so good. Look at what he's carved into there. So that'll be either some kind of carved wood effect I'll do there. I'm not really sure yet. The handle with the texture of the wood there. Is it gonna just focus a little bit more? No, it doesn't seem to be. There we go. If you just see the shine there, you get the sense of that texture, and the metal work at the bottom of the handle. Gloves, obviously, loads of detail in those gloves, and this is a swap out hand, so you could swap this hand using his trademark gun, looking awesome, for a hand, which who'd want to swap that out? I don't know, maybe somebody. Anyway, what I'll do is put a magnet in there, put a magnet into the bottom of his arm there, just so you can swap it out. But he's holding the gun 100% as if he wouldn't. What else has he got? So a gun there that just sits onto his belt. I'll probably pin that in place. I'll get myself 1mm brass rod and pin that there, put a little hole in there just so you can pin that on. But again, loads and loads of detail. Doing some leather effects on that, picking out those kind of lines in there, just give it a real luxurious feel. Metal at the bottom of the what's it called, where you hold a gun, handle, trigger, handle. Okay, let's go with that. I'm not sure. Wood effects again there. Be picking that out. Little knife. We'll set somewhere around there on the belt. Again, loads of detail on there. Just really, really nice. I'm so happy with this kit. It's just great. I can't believe how good it is. Just look at the detail. I think on the picture you get with it, you can see the knife there. He's gone for a leather effect there. I might try and do something different with that. I'm not sure. Just to vary it up, there's a lot of leather on his belts and obviously on the chaps of his trousers. Big chunky belt that goes around, so I might see what I can do with that, something different. Obviously he's put beads on here, so that's been something I'll be sourcing and trying to do. Fist of Doom there. I'll probably go for some kind of fiery effect underneath there, just to make that look, like a Fist of Doom should look, from the comics. And then just lots of little trinkets in this bag, some kind of, grenade, um, uh, pouches from his belt, um, a cross there showing, obviously he's a religious character, a lucky horseshoe, various kind of grenades and trinkets. These are the swap out horns, so much shorter as he cuts them off. I think you see him doing it in one of the films as well, but he tends to just have the horn just about that long, and he shaves them down. I think he uses some kind of power cutting tool within the film. But as I say earlier, I'm gonna go for these actual horns in there just to really give it a great effect. The base as well, really nicely detailed. So probably takes its inspiration a little bit from the second Hellboy movie, where you saw all the what's it called, the Golden Army, I think, where you saw all the cogs and that machine where he's fighting with the martial arts fellow at the end. So it gives me an idea of that's probably what this is, some cog in a machine. I know Guillermo del Toro's obsessed with clocks, so he loves those clocks and cogs and things, the kind of mechanisms of clock making you tend to see in a lot of his films. Stonework here with sort of the symbol in there, and again stonework all down the sides, and here's the kind of place where the badge goes, the name badge. Narin signed it on the bottom there, which is great. I think for me, with the base, I'll probably put magnets into his feet, just, glue would hold him, but this guy's heavy, glue will hold any of these joints, but I put brass rods in it, I magnetise stuff, because it will hold for so long, but with the weight of it will eventually give. I mean, we're probably talking years into the future, but you want these things to last, and you want them to have a sense of that they're strong. They don't feel fragile. They feel as a real, model would if you bought it in the shop and hadn't built it yourself. Anyway, as I say, magnets into the base, magnets into the feet. I'll put a magnet into the hand and to the end of the other arm. The arm I've already drilled out there, ready for brass rod. Again, just putting some kind of 5-minute epoxy in there, and then put it into situ, clamp it in place. So obviously red up here, then lots of blacks and leather effects on the trousers and the boots is the plan. Do some original that myself wants to do with the belt, come up with some trinkets or whatever I can find, but absolutely gorgeous kit, so nice. So my plan is to do several of these work in progress videos. I think I've already said on this, and paint along with Damien, however you want to call it, but certainly I'll be showing you what I'm doing on there, sharing hints and tips and things that you can copy at home, or just watch. I love watching these videos of people paint models. I think one day I had a rest day from work and I'd watched several hours of a Batman build done by Matt's models. I can't remember searching him on YouTube. It was a Batman model kit he'd done. Batman's my go-to guy, you see. And I was telling my wife when she got home from work how many videos I'd watched and how amazing it was. And she said, so today you've sat there and literally watched paint dry. Which I thought, that was fairly witty for her, Anyway, so please ensure you subscribe, watch along. I'll be putting a few of these videos up. Not really sure when I'm going to start on this guy. I want to start on him soon because I'm excited about it. He's looking great. But I'm still waiting for a few more modelling supplies to come through till I can really start it. But for now, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I've got several other videos going. Also doing Dark Knight Returns, Superman versus Batman statue repaint. So it's not a model kit, it's the actual statue I bought from DC Direct, and I'm planning on repainting that. You can see Batman in the background there, Superman just there. Then over there is the base that it came on, already been primed black, ready for painting. But yeah, okay, thanks for watching, take care guys, thank you again, bye bye.